So I spent Friday night in the cinema just to be in the air conditioning and escape this heat. But it means that I can bring you more reviews. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, as well as movie reviews. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something else to watch this week. So I went to go and watch the Jackass movie. It was one of those things where the trailer looked okay, but I was essentially just looking for things I could do back to back on Friday night that meant maximum time in aircon and ticking off the films that I hadn't seen yet, because a lot of the things that were showing on Friday night I had seen already, or absolutely did not want to see. And so I was like, this could be sort of harmless. And I definitely did laugh quite a few times, but I've seen clips of it. Obviously, I've seen this movie trailer, which has clips from their past movies and clips from their TV show on MTV in the past. And then I've seen trailers for other Jackass movies, but I've never sat down and watched Jackass. I know who Johnny Knoxville is. That's about it. So I was going in very much like this was my first like full-on Jackass experience, and the opening credits were very clever. There was like lots of pranks and stunts and things in the opening credits. I thought they were very cool, and it sort of introduced that they'd be doing clips from the past and that this would be their last movie and what have you, like Best and Last and stuff. I don't know if it's the Mandela effect or what, but I knew that somebody from like the cast had died, and for some reason I genuinely thought it was Johnny Knoxville. So then when he was in the trailer, I was like, isn't he dead? But as I say, it might be a Mandela effect thing. I don't know. But yeah, so it sort of introduced what they were going to do, and then started off with a bit you see from the trailer with the robot and the prostate exam, which you see in the trailer. And then a lot of the newer stuff is definitely the stuff that you have seen in the trailer. Some of it definitely made me laugh. Some of it definitely made me go, no. And two times I sat there and went, oh God, like literally out loud. So it was definitely an experience. I think one of the things that made me, oh God, was one of the like newer stunts that they did for the film, and one of them was one that they flashed back to. They also flashed back to a couple of things that they couldn't show before. Obviously, standards have changed since Jackass first graced MTV screens, and they were there was some things that they weren't allowed to show, and they showed a clip of something that got MTV banned from filming in West Hollywood for 10 years and made like the producers and everybody put the show on hiatus based on what they had done. But then you go away from the film and you read up on it afterwards, and you see about like the injuries that people sustained and the hospitalizations that people sustained just following just like the new things that they did as part of filming this film. And you're like, was it worth it? I'm just like, but really, was it worth it? Because yes, you know, I laughed. I was one of the only women in the cinema, and the cinema was fairly full. I think there was a pair of women further down, and then there was another couple that was a male-female couple. And then there was me and my male-female couple as well. And aside from that, it was all single guys. And if you haven't seen my other review, I also watched Disclosure Day. And there was at least two people that were doing the same as us watching Jackass, followed by Disclosure Day. Because they were clearly spending their Friday night in the aircon as well. And they were both single guys. But yeah, there was a lot of like guy couples and single guys like throughout the theatre. But there was a lot of moments where like the whole movie theatre was laughing. So yes, like we were clearly entertained, but I'm like, but actually, was it worth it? Like, what's the point in like putting your life on risk, at risk, or your life on the line to make this stunt? Like, what is the point of you, like, having a prostate exam from a robot? Like, what is the point of that? It's that gets me, and I'm like, yeah, it's silly and it's childish and it's childish fun, and people seem to love that. But I think that's why I never kind of watched it in the beginning, because it was at a time when it was all of those kind of things, like Punk'd and like Banzai and all of those things, and like hidden camera shows, and even like the Dom Jolly stuff and stuff like that. I was never a massive fan of those ones, because they just seemed silly and seemed to make money off of people's pain and people's accidents and general dangerous silliness. And I think even though, like, you know, I'm older and wiser and I've relaxed a little bit more about these things, and my standards have changed based on what I've seen on the screen, I think I still stand by I really don't necessarily see the point in it, even though I did laugh a few times. So it was a really good length of film. It's an hour and a half length of film, and I enjoyed sitting in the aircon for 2 hours, like being entertained. But I was concerned for a lot of people a lot of the time. And as I say, reading up on like the takeaways from these things and the like injuries that they sustained, I'm like, yeah. There's also one moment where somebody was holding what looked like a really nice breakfast, and something happened to them as part of a stunt. Again, it's not in the trailer, I don't think. And I'm like, oh, he's going to have to go out and get another breakfast now. And that's the mindset that I'm in, which is probably why I'm not Jackass's key audience here, because I'm like, that looked like he had a breakfast burrito there, like a solid looking breakfast burrito, and I know they're in California, so I know it's going to be like a good breakfast burrito, and you just ruined that with this stunt. And now he's going to have to go back out and get another one of those breakfast burritos. We're going to have to replace that breakfast burrito now. But yeah, so that was my mind going into it. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? I think if you're a Jackass fan, it did, you know, there was a lot of nostalgia in there, and it showed things that had never been seen before, and it had new things in there. So there is definitely like new stuff for you, as well as those flashbacks and stuff that you wouldn't have seen before. So I think definitely if you're a Jackass fan, go watch it on the big screen. I don't think that this is one that has to be watched on the big screen though. I think it will work perfectly fine on your TV at home or streaming on some device whenever it comes to streaming. But yes, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, now I have to go and watch all the other Jackass films. I'm like, I'm one and done, I'm fine. As always, if there is something else that you would like me to go and watch next week and bring my thoughts to you here as a review, please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next movie review coming your way, or any bookish content that is coming your way very soon. And I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.